guys, Sunday again, Easter Sunday this week. So I've got two permissions to do, right next door to each other. So the first permission is a little field owned by a lady that we've had for a while. Haven't been in here too much. I did find a ring in here once, a silver ring along the hedgerows. The grass was longer in them days when I was doing it, so didn't really get much to get into the middle of the field and see what can be here. Plus we've got the field next door that is our backup field, as we call it. Always know that we're always going to get something out of it, silver, bag seals, tokens, you name it. It's a nice mixture of stuff to find. So if I don't find much in this field, I will go over to the next field and see what else we can find. So on that note, we won't hang about and we'll get on to the first hole. So quickly before I get started, just going to go through the settings with you. I just used this on beach the other day, so I've got to balancing it all out. So first of all, I go on to beach 1. So I still use the beach 1 on land as well. And first I'm going to balance it out. And then I'm going to knock out the noise by pressing the Y and X, and hopefully it'll stay at 0. If it stays at 0, that's a good sign. Okay, yeah, it has. Brilliant. So next I'm going to check my recovery speed. It's at 5. I'm going to keep it at 5. Might go up to 6, see how it goes. I've got all my noise and all that, sounds and all that all done already, so I don't need to go through that. And then I just keep my iron on as well, so I can hear where the iron is. So that's all set up and we're ready to go. Right guys, I've just left my bag over there, you can just see it, and I've just come over here on my first signal. A little bit iffy. You can still hear iron in there, but I'm getting some high numbers, so I'm going to have a little dig at this and see what it can be on the first hole. Right guys, so the first hole, it was an iron, it was a bit of metal, so it's just going to be a bit of scrap, but it was still worth digging, that signal. Even though it sounded a bit iffy, it's probably because of the shape of the item that made it iffy. So we'll carry on and see what else we can find. Right guys, come on to my second hole. VDI was a solid 14, wasn't that deep, and I've just pulled this out and I haven't really looked at it. It's looking pretty thin to me. I'm hoping, but you know, you can always hope. It's probably going to be a bit of scrap. I might even have to get, but that is looking a bit silvery to me. Oh, it is. I think straight away. I've been here 5 minutes and I'm on a hammered. I've got a little hammered coin. Let me get my bottle out, give this a little clean up, and I'll put a picture of this right after this clip. Right guys, a little bit unsure, but it's definitely a silver, and I still think it's still a hammered because of the thinness of it, but unsure what type of hammered this one could be. It's a bit battered, it's had its fair days. It's got a lovely, looks like a rose, so I'm going to say a Elizabeth. Wait, there you go. It's a rose with a crown on top, so I would have to get that ID'd and find out what it is. But yep, that was going to go into my little boxy thing for my first find for Easter. So Easter's looking good, so brilliant, well done. Let's keep going. Right guys, on to my third hole. This was a solid 12. It's just there, I could just see something green, so I thought we'd trying to, hopefully it's a coin and not a button, or it's going to be a bit of scrap. Okay, oh, it's got a bit of a shape to it. It might even have a bit of pattern to that. Okay, I'll get my little spray bottle on that, and if there's anything on it, any pattern, I'll get back to you. If not, we'll carry on to the next hole. Right, I've just been chatting to some people, likely to ask what I was doing, and they work with archaeologists and all that, and there's my pinpointer. So we're coming back to this hole. Very nice people. So I'm going to look him up on the website if I can remember the name of it. And anyway, getting back to this hole, we pulled up a something different, and it looks to me like a pin. So it's a heart pin that would have been probably to a cloak, where the pin would have gone through, or if it's just a pin, or it could be horse decoration as well, so that's another possibility, but a nice little item indeed. So that will go in my bag and we'll end up go on to the next hole. Right guys, now the sun's really coming out now, and it's getting really warm, and I thought it was going to be a chilly day, but got out of this hole and we've got ourselves, I know you've seen plenty of times, we've got ourselves a medieval token, quite a big one, and quite medieval and quite white. So that's another smashing find, so I'm really pleased with that. On that note, let's head over to another hole. Right guys, I've got this nice signal here. See, 20, and that's all the way round. Now if I was on the beach I would say that would be a lead white, but I'm not on the beach, so I'm going to say something different. Might be a coin, that's what I'm hoping for. So let's not swing about anymore and let's dig it. And there you go. So 2021, can't really, might be some sort of something coming off here, might be a medal top part, where the medallion would hang down, that would go onto your suit, or it could be something else. So at the moment we call it a thingamajig and we'll put it in the box. Okay, I've just dug this up, something interesting. So I think this is some sort of badge, got some writing on there. I'll give it a nice little clean up and see what it can be. Interesting, it's definitely something that's like a crown, so it's going to be army related, and something like a maple leaf it's on. Yeah, I do like that, it's very nice. Put that in the box and carry on. Right, just coming back to that badge thing, just cleaned up a bit better, and it's got Canada. So this is a Canadian badge. So in Sussex. So I do know we had the Canadians help us in the wars. So it'd be one of theirs. So something from overseas and a bit of history for both of us. So let's carry on. Right guys, oh, it's so hot I've had to take my jumper off. I've got something in the hole here. It's looking silvery, I'm hoping it's not a button. Haven't looked at it yet, or it could even be a bag seal or token. Don't know, it looks a little bit silvery. But before I go on to that, I dug another hole up. Didn't think much of it until afterwards I cleaned it. And I have got another bit of silver. But I don't know what that would be off. It's a bit hollow in the middle, and it's got a little top to it. So if anyone's got any ideas what that could be, so there might be was it a hole there? It could be. We'll get in closer. So it could be something dangling. Whatever it is, they brought it into the field. It's probably a park something, but it's definitely silver. So that's a nice little silver item. I'm gonna just have a look at this one down here. I'll swap hands. I'm hoping this is a silver, or is it a token? Oh, it's looking quite flat. Oh, I don't know. It might be. What is that? What could that be? I think it's going to be a button. I think that's going to be a button. Yeah. Got a feeling. There's the shank. Oh, that had me going. That's silver on top. So it's a silver gilded button. But still, got 2 silvers so far. And this would have been a third one if it was the same colour on the other side. But it's not. So let's carry on. Right guys, I had a really iffy signal here. And thought there's a load of iron around it. And I've just pulled up this little beauty. I don't think it's silver. think it might be a pewter. I could be wrong. There's something about it. It's a nice little pin on it. That is a nice little find. So I don't want to touch that pin. The last thing I want to do is break the pin. So that'd be nice as a little decoration. I just clean it very gently with a toothbrush, I think. Even if it is silver, I might just leave it as that because of the pin. I don't want to break it. Right, but let's keep going. Right guys, I'm on another target here. This was a 13. Turn my pinpointer on, come down here. It's just there, a little bit scratchy at first, but there's a lot of iron around here. Haven't really looked at it or wiped it. Oh, and I've just lost it. Okay, where is it? There it is, down there. Okay, I thought we'd do this together and see if it's a button. But as you can see, don't you think that's looking a bit silver to me? It's looking a bit silver. See if we get anything on this side. If I can just move this mud, and I'll probably use, oh yeah, it's a coin, definitely a coin. Okay, I'm not going to rub it any more on that. I'm going to get my spray bottle and I'll come back to you with its full glory when I find it again. Okay, hold on. Right guys, yes, as I thought, it is another little hammered. Every time I put my hands there, as you can see, getting closer. Not a great condition one, but still, I'm going to go Elizabeth. Turn it over before it goes out of focus. Not so good on that side, but until I get home I can get more detail off it. But a second hammered of the day, so that is possibly, was it 3-4 silvers now, depending on that buckle. I am over the moon. Right, second hammered. Definitely off the hammered route. Let's keep going. Right guys, I've got a 13 here. I thought I'd do this one live because the little hammered was just up there, so this is really close to it. So, and it's the same number, 12, 13 on the Knox, and it's just about there. So let's see if we can get this out with one hand. Okay, it's there. And will probably be a button. Still, so they're not very deep either. They don't seem to be very deep. I'm having trouble finding this. I think I've got it. Oh, yep, got this one. And no, it feels like lead to me. No, just a bit of lead. Okay, but it was worth a little try. I don't usually do live digs. They are very hard to do with one hand. So let's carry on. Right guys, I'm just having a little break. Got a solid 15. I'm going to go back to and dig up in a second. Oh man, a smashing day. Absolutely smashing day. Loads of silver. 2 hammers, an annular brooch, by the looks of it. That buckle, I thought it was a buckle, it looks like it's an annular brooch, if I can pronounce it right. That top of the silver bit, there's a little bit of dainty on it. What else have I had? That badge, that Canadian badge, that was interesting. A couple of lead medieval tokens. There's so much to do, so I'm just going really slow, taking my time. The field ain't going anywhere, so I can always come back, see if there's any more. There's still lots to be done on it, but the grass is nice and short at the moment, so I'm hitting these targets. Further ado, I think it's time for your gallery, so let's go and have a look who the winner is this week. Getting so hot I've had to come into the shade, and I'm quite glad I did. And I've got something else, something unusual. Is this? But look, there's a figure on it. Look at that. Well, I'll give it a bit of a clean. I don't know what that is. It's sort of got its decoration all the way. Yeah, it's got more people all around it. Flat on the bottom. I don't think it's gold at all, but I'll give it a clean up, and if I get a better picture I will put it on after this clip. Let's keep going. Hi folks, hope you enjoyed the video and my little hunt in that little field that we did. Smashing day. Found some lovely stuff. Also, as you can see behind us is our sticker board. So if you don't see your sticker on there, get in contact with us and we can do a sticker swap. Loads and loads of channels. Please go over and subscribe to all these lovely channels. Have a little look at them. Anyone you haven't got, get in touch with us and we can point you into the right direction. Fair dues. Amazing day. I've had an amazing few weeks. Had a few silver droughts at the beginning of the year, and suddenly bang 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 started hitting loads of silver. So what we'll do is we'll turn you around and we'll go through the roundup and see what IDs I've actually managed to find out about some of the items that I found. Okay, so let's turn you around. Right, so this is the day's hunt that I did on this little field permission. As I say, I've been on that field before, but the grass was way too long. Did get a ring off it around the edges the first time we went on it, and this time the sheep have, you know, got the grass really right down, and found some smashing finds. And really, I've only done a quarter of the field, so I'm going to go back there again and see what else there is before the grass starts growing back up. The usual rubbish, tons and tons of rubbish. So you can see how many holes a metal detectorist would dig to actually get to the good stuff. Loads of buttons. Probably the best two buttons out of the lot was these two. This is a Canon's button. I cleaned up alright, so I got an idea of that. 3 cannons on that one, and a feather lease button. So that's a nice little find. So yep, that's the 2 better buttons out of the lot. Also coinways. There was some crusty coins came up. Nothing much come off them. It's probably, that one's probably a Vicky 1892. Couldn't get much off that. So they're more scrap coins. Other coins that I cleaned up and actually managed to find some detail on, the better ones. 2 Vickies, a farthing, and I think this is a halfpenny. Both Vickies, not so good on that side. I think this one was better on the other side. Yep, a Vicky bunhead. There you go, there she is. 2 unusual coins. This wasn't a coin, might be a token of some type. Still got to find out information on that. Again, on both sides there's different patterns, so hopefully I can get some idea of that one. Also this one, again, it's probably a George. I think it's a George. We've got a lady in the wheelchair there somewhere. You can get her in the light. There she is. Not a great condition. I can just make out a bust on it. So I'm going to say George II on that one, but I will look into that one more. Other bits and pieces I found: a couple of lead balls, clay pipe, watch winder, part of a spur, or could be a part of a rowing boat, never know. Not sure what this could be. This could be quite interesting. It could be a pin of a brooch. So I'm going to look into that more. A couple of heart pins as well. Probably horse decorations. The usual tokens, medieval tokens. You can tell they're medieval. The pellets and the cross. That's a medieval one. And then you come to the more early ones, probably the 1700s, where you've got letters inside them. I think that's another medieval one, and another one there. So the usual tokens, no bag seals this time. A couple of buckles. This is a normal D-shaped buckle. Still not quite sure what this could be. Very hard to find out what that could be. This is quite modern, really. It's I think the farmer said it's an FA Cup part of a trophy. So 1900s. Best finds of the day was this lovely cat badge. Cleaned up, and I can clean it up even more. It's going to come up really nice. A Canadian. Would have had the pin, so that's a lovely badge going to my war collection. And the silvers, right, so we've got 4 silvers. Still not quite sure what this could be. If anyone knows, it's got a little bit at the top. It's quite light, but it's definitely silver because it's hollow, so it's probably come off something. This is silver, so this will be going to the flow. It's a aniline brooch, so that's going to be a lovely for my collection. It's actually my first full one that I've found, so I'm well pleased with that. And 2 hammers. So I did some research on both the hammers. This first one, I looked in the book, got ID'd, is a James I half groat. So that's probably 1603 to 1625 when he reigned. And the other hammered was a Charles I. So that would be straight after James, from 1625. I'm not quite sure when he ended. I've got my book here. 2 seconds. I'll just have a quick look at my book. I think he reigned 1625 to 1649. So he didn't reign too long either. So that's our finds. If you've got any information on the ones that I can't ID, please leave a comment. Let me know what they could be. I'll be most grateful, very grateful. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting us. Again, please, if you haven't sent us a sticker, send us a sticker, and we'll send you one back. On that note, I just want to say big thank you, and we'll see you again next week.